What's up, y'all? Dude and Dime. We're here, episode 4. Sorry we've been away. We had a crazy last 2 weeks. This one's rolling loud. It was intense.
Very inspiring, very grateful, and very happy for that opportunity that God gave me, that the Creator gave me to see some of my idols and some of my heroes. I came out of there very inspired to do this video with my lovely sidekick, Gina the Dime. Because, I'm the Batman, she's Batgirl. Go ahead, Gina.
Yeah, it was really crazy. There was we got caught in a mosh pit. Also, just a quick little tidbit. Usually you go to these, concerts and stuff like that, and, there's always
Don't be giving my life hack.
What?
Don't give them my life
I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. But there's always mosh pits and whatever, and they're usually just dudes. There's usually just dudes. Maybe one or two girls are in. They're brave enough to face all the raging fucking guys.
Testosterone.
Yeah, the testosterone in the air. You just fucking smell it. It smells like fucking BO.
Testosterone on ecstasy.
But this was different because when Cardi B headlined day 2, and there was a female mosh pit. I kid you not. There were 17 girls in front of us just fucking going crazy, and I was like, you know what? I'm a little more scared to go in the female mosh pit than the guy mosh pit because they were fucking. They were just raging. It was interesting.
It was dope.
Different change of culture.
Episode 4. Okay, so Gina, this is a very what she said. It's a sensitive topic that we should softly soften the blows. But you know me, I go Mike Tyson, body shot, knockout. We're talking about mental health and the problem with it. Mental health and the problem with self-diagnosing yourself.
In today's society and
in general.
Well, I guess you could say right now, mental health is a really big issue, which it should be. It's a big topic. It's a big epidemic. You know what I mean? There's people who...
Keyword there is epidemic.
Well, there's people who need help and they don't know they need help, or there's people who need help and don't want it, versus having this stigma. And then there's people who kind of almost want it because they don't know what it is. They don't know how people who really have this disease feel. They just kind of want to use it to act a certain way.
So look, I don't want anybody to say that I'm scripted or anything like that. I know a lot of you guys just listen to this, but for the most part, I did take this topic very serious. I did do my research. I didn't want to come off like some whatever. I didn't want to come off like some douchebag asshole. So if you are watching this, I wrote down a bunch of notes. I got a bunch of fucking notes that I'm supposed to be working, but instead, whatever. That's why I have a bunch of. Oh, that's a doodle. Sorry, that's a bunch of notes, and I did my research. Yeah, I'm not just talking on my ass. I might post some of the places I looked up, some of the things I looked up online down there. Let's dive into it, please. Let me open my little notebook. I wish I had glasses right now. I feel like a professor.
Oh
Let me paint this picture for you. Go ahead, Gina. What about mental health? Talk to me about mental health. What is mental health? A lot of people don't know what mental health is. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what mental health was. I thought mental health was just depression, bipolarness, stuff like that.
It goes a lot deeper. There's well, we won't get into that. Body dysmorphia is, mental. That's a mental issue. You don't, it's affected here, and I think that
what is
body dysmorphia?
Okay.
Which is basically
explain it. There's people that don't know.
Yeah, let's say 100 pounds, right? Which is really small. If you think about it, 100 pounds is really small. It's like a child.
That's like my thigh.
Yeah, 100 pounds is really small, right? But for some reason, this person is looking in the mirror and they see 200 pounds, and they just they don't see what they see. Or you could be really, in shape, and you could be really, you could have a great butt, great boobs, little waist,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't see that. Everyone else say, you're perfect. What do you mean you need to lose 10 pounds? What do you mean you need to lose 20 pounds? But for that person, it's not just like, oh, I need to lose weight. Oh, no, it's like they don't see themselves as how other people see them. And, that's, I think right now, that's a huge issue. I was listening to the radio and they were like talking like, oh, the booty doctor. He's like our most favorite doctor. And I'm like, a booty doctor is the most famous doctor? Shouldn't it be like
better than Dr. Phil, man?
Well, he's not a real doctor. He's even told everyone he's not like a real doctor.
Oh, I know he's not a real doctor.
But I mean, like, not a heart surgeon or a brain surgeon or someone else, but no, a booty doctor, a guy who gets paid to make your ass a little bigger that you could have done in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most famous doctor right now. I guess, like, in LA County. Like, I was in Power 106 or whatever. And that person, he's like a guest speaker. He gets mentioned all the time. He has endorsements. And it's just like, how fucked up in a society are we that we're telling, young women and whatever that you need to have this type of ass. And you don't think it's going to affect them in the head? I don't know. That's, just a small tidbit on my issue. Mental health.
Okay, I have no problem opening up. I wouldn't say I suffer with depression, because that's a way understatement. I'm not depressed. But there are days that I'm fucking just fucked. I'm fucked up. I'm bummed out. I'm just dead. Literally dead, like a zombie. I don't want to live or whatever. But I have two beautiful sons. I have a dope wife. I have really good friends. I have really dope colleagues. And but even with all that, that doesn't get me through the day, because there's just some days that I feel bummed the fuck out. I'm bummed. I'm fucked mentally, whatever, traumas, whatever you want to call it. So here's where my whole thing is. I did a lot of research. Since 2009, mental illnesses have gone way through the roof. Social media has a huge role in that. Social media is a huge role in the reason why mental health is such a debatable topic, why everybody claims it, why everybody scapegoats it. One thing that is definitely very obvious to me is Google doctors. I'm part of that as well, because any little thing, I have a stomach ache, I have a headache, Google, and self-diagnosing yourself. If you get anything out of this conversation we're having, is don't fucking self-diagnose yourself. Fucking talk to somebody about it. And I know that's easier said than done, because there's, like I said, there's people who really do live in these shells and in these boxes they can't get out of. Yeah. And if you're one of those persons, please reach out to me. I know you don't fucking know me. It's cool. I'm the dude from Dude and Dime. It's fine. But reach out to me at Alexander the Real Dude on Instagram. Talk to me. Talk to anybody. Talk to a fucking stranger. It doesn't matter who you talk to. I know everybody says go get a shrink, blah, blah, blah. Talk to somebody. Tell somebody how you feel. That alone, that therapy alone will help you. And I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. Before I rant off and I start talking my shit, let me tell you about some of the days I feel like shit. There's days I just feel bummed out. I feel like crap. I'm not hungover. I'm not eating bad. I've actually started eating very, very healthy, especially towards the end of the summer. My fucking Bape shorts didn't fit and I got pissed. Long story, different video. What helps me a lot when I feel bummed out is I listen to a lot of podcasts, which is why I started my own podcast. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite podcasts is Aubrey Marx's podcast. He talks a lot about feeling depressed on every other day, or sometimes you just don't feel like yourself. You're not all there. One of the best pieces of advice I got from him and listening to him was just literally working out. And I know that's the worst thing you want to do when you're depressed. You're like, oh, I'm nothing. I'm weak. I'm slow. I'm fat. Whatever. Just fucking do it, man. I know it's a bitch. I believe me. There's been days I sit at the edge of my bed and I'm like, fuck, for what? For fucking what? I'm not gonna get a six pack, whatever. Just fucking get up and do it. Just move. We are wired. We're monkeys. Humans are monkeys. I don't care what religion you believe in. It doesn't matter to me. We are monkeys. We are literal monkeys. Some of us are baboons. Some of us are gorillas. We are literal monkeys. Our bodies are designed to move. I guarantee you, you're feeling bummed out. You're feeling depressed. Just move. Just dance. Just do it by yourself. Go in the shower. Turn the shower on. Just
Put
dance.
a good song.
Just dance. Fucking do 5 push-ups. We live in this extremist society where if you're not running fucking 10 miles, if you're not David Hoggins, or if you're not The Rock, and you're not getting after it every day, you're not good enough, you're weak. That's bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. That's some real bullshit. Just do something.
A little bit.
5 minutes of something is better than nothing. So if I want to start this off by saying, if you're really going through some real shit,
try to just move your body. We're not saying, oh, go to the gym and get a gym membership and go to the gym every day. No, because that's hard. Like, after I had our son, before having him, I was always in the gym. And then after having him, I felt like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because I used to come here and I'm fat now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, like, I didn't want to go in. And I had, like, a breakdown and a meltdown. And I didn't get back in the gym for a whole year later because I just had this feeling of, oh, I have to go so hard and, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't have to do that. You can just start with something small. We started working out at home. And I actually felt like some of my best workouts were when he wasn't with me. Sorry, babe. But, like, he always picks the music, you know? And, like, when I was by myself, I could pick the music and I could do a workout. And I'd end up just saying, fuck the workout. And I would just dance and, like, act fool. And I would feel so much better than if I was just doing a typical workout. It's always different for everyone. Maybe moving around isn't your thing. Maybe going somewhere, doing something is your thing, or going to eat something that you miss eating because you haven't ate it in so long. There's different things that spark all these endorphins in your body, and doing something.
And at the end of the day, you know what? We're not scientists.
No, we're not. We're just regular doctors. Fucking people.
I'm just a very handsome 25-year-old who got lucky and married a very attractive 24-year-old.
Oh, thank you.
At the end of the day, but look, I have no problem telling you, I suffer. There's days I lost my brother a couple years ago, and there's fucking days I don't want to fucking do shit. I literally don't want to do shit. And then society tries to make us feel like, oh, you're a bum, you're an asshole, you're this and that. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be gentle with yourselves. Your mind fucks with you. The mind is such a powerful thing. Believe me when I tell you, the mind is a very, 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 very powerful thing. Yeah. And we create our own reality. That is something that I want you to leave with. Now that I've been very nice.
Just a little thing to, like, back up your mind is a powerful thing. You know how fucking powerful your mind is, ladies? Just ladies alone right now. If you have unprotected sex, whatever, or even protected sex, and you think some little fucking sperm got out, and you're like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, oh my god. Your body, your brain will fucking trick your entire fucking body and give you pregnancy symptoms, and you will not have a fucking baby in there at all. You'll just have all the fucking symptoms for a cool bit until later when your body says, okay, I'm done fucking with you. Your brain is fucking powerful. Don't underestimate it.
If anybody, for anybody watching, and if you're just listening, I'm going to show my little purple notebook. If anybody's watching this and you happen to see this notebook, you steal this purple little notebook, because there are ideas in this motherfucker. There are some ideas in this motherfucker that I can't even talk to you people about. But anyways.
So that's a powerful thing.
You want to start it off?
I'll let you take off. I started.
Okay. So let me pick it up from the beginning. We're rolling loud. We're having a great fucking time.
Uh-huh.
I literally overhear this chick on her phone. She's in the middle of a concert while I think fuck you.
I don't know.
I think it was Fat Nick, the rapper Fat Nick. His set was on. By all means, look, I'm not the biggest fan of Fat Nick, but at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of rap. I'm a fan of hip hop. I wanted to see his performance. I wanted to see what he brought to the table. He's not the topic of my discussion here. I saw you motherfuckers not liking my hip hop video.
He looks gross. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyways, so I'm my attention is on this performer doing his craft. It is. I overhear this chick. I didn't tell you in the moment. I just overheard. I wanted to hear the conversation. I over. There's people just listening. You need to describe it to them. Paint the picture.
There's just this hair.
Okay. So there's this girl. She starts saying, "Oh my God, did you hear about Kanye and Pete? They're suffering with mental health. Poor guys. I feel so sorry for them." And I'm thinking, and I look at her, and she's glued to her phone while this rapper's out performing. And it's fine, I get it. You don't have to like him. I wasn't gonna have attention to the fucking shit he was talking about. But I'll still, I'm enjoying myself. I'm bobbing my head to the beats. I'm doing something.
We're waiting for currency. Yeah.
But while I overhear, and I just take a look, just a quick glance at this chick. She's on social media. And this whole thing, and I am reading off my notebook because these are powerful words. The
mind is a powerful thing.
To me, social media has created a lie. Everyone, when you scroll down Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tinder, fucking Bumblebee, whatever fucking app you're using, everybody has created a lie. Everybody on social media has created some type of thing that makes them look like they're fucking beautiful and perfect, whether it's the filters or the Photoshop. Everyone has created a lie. Everyone looks happy and beautiful. We look at them like, fuck, why am I not that happy? Why am I not that beautiful? But in reality, some of those people that you see on social media are the most depressed.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys have you seen American Meme on Netflix yet?
It's a great documentary.
But it's fucking great. There's this dude, Grill, right? Slut Whisperer, whatever. I followed him on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, because I liked seeing what he was doing. He's fucking funny. He gives champagne facials to bitches. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And he sometimes even does it to dudes. It was a funny thing to watch. It's like, oh, I'm bored at home, but someone's out here doing something fun. Let me, go see. Whatever. And he was on there.
Talking a little.
Oh, sorry. He was on there, and he's so fucking sad. Like, he made this. He wanted to do cartoons. Then it took long. He got bored of it. He ended up doing this, which basically goes to parties, takes pictures, has fun, makes a scene,
Mm-hmm.
And he's fucking sad. Like, me and him and I, whatever, sometimes we're like, oh, married life is boring sometimes, or oh, parent life is boring sometimes. But, like, there's people who fucking crave this boring shit that, we're like, oh, we gotta go home and put the kids to sleep.
And cook some.
And cook and all this shit. And, like, there's people out there he's like, I want to travel the world. And his mom's like, do it. He's like, I don't have anyone to do it with. I need to find a girlfriend first. And I was like, fuck. Like, people are
Which is
really
crazy. It's crazy.
Fucking lonely, dude.
It's crazy. And like I told you at the beginning, it's okay to have a bad day. Just because the person you respect and idolize doesn't seem like they have a bad day or it seems like their life is perfect is not fucking true.
Yeah.
It's not fucking true.
It's not.
Speaking on the documentary, American Meme, one of the most powerful things I heard was when Paris Hilton said that when her sex tape got out, and everybody has their theories, publicity, she got famous, whatever. One of the most powerful things she said is when her sex tape got leaked, she felt like she was being raped by everybody because everybody could see her. That resonated because how many people respect and idolize Paris? And look, just because who you idolize or who you respect,
they're real people. They have
just because on their platforms they're not showing you their worst days doesn't mean they don't have them. Where you have to remember something, especially with social media influencers, their job is to look flawless. That's their job, is to look flawless. That's one that I would love all you guys to check out. American Meme. It's on Netflix. It's a great documentary. Um, do I think mental health and depression and bipolarness and all this have a correlation to social media?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Because ever since Twitter came about, everybody has a fucking opinion, including this guy. And believe me when I tell you, there are certain things I should not have an opinion about. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And fuck it. Fuck it. This whole Pete Davidson shit. This whole Pete Davidson and Kanye shit. Kanye, a little more, okay, you know, you're bringing awareness, you're trying to talk about some shit. I feel like you're trying to promote an album, trying to beef it with this man. I'm not going to give you no shine. Pete Davidson, who the fuck gives a fuck, bro?
But that's not...
No, but real talk, it's a cry for fucking help. Okay, you're crying for fucking help. I get it. You're fucking crying for help. I completely understand you. I respect that you're crying out for help. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you're also seeking some type of attention and validation, saying you're going to kill yourself. Bro, you know how serious that is? You can't just say out here, oh, I want to commit suicide.
Okay.
There's people who really suffer with this shit. And the reality is that I know money is not everything. And I'm sorry for cutting you off. I really apologize. I'm going to give you your time. Do you know how successful this guy is? How many comedians, actors, young kids wish they were in his place?
But that doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter? Yes, it does matter. Okay. No, it does matter.
No, it
doesn't. Because unlike a lot of people, this guy has the tools. He has the tools to get better. He doesn't want to get better. He rather seek out attention. And oh my God, feel sorry for me, please. If someone who really actually... I read a lot of fucking articles. I read a lot. There are a lot of people, this specifically, and I wrote it down. Her name is Dr. June something. Okay, I'm sorry if I remember.
Regardless of regardless of that, you don't have a key into this person's head.
I understand that. I understand that.
No. Look, you can't tell someone you don't have the right to be depressed. You don't have the right to.
I'm not saying it's not the right to be depressed.
You don't have the right to be depressed. You don't have the right to be heartbroken. You don't have the right to voice how you feel on whatever platform you have. Mm-hmm. Because look, there's people who do it all the time. Have you ever seen Tumblr? Have you ever seen it? Watch the social network Tumblr or whatever. There's people who do some really fucking crazy shit. Have you ever seen those crazy things where they talk about rough sex or whatever, and bitches are getting fucking bruises and all this shit on their bodies?
Bitches. How dare you?
All over their bodies.
How dare you call them bitches?
All over their bodies and shit for a fucking post and a like. Woman. Okay, shut up. For a post, for a like, and you want to say that it's for validation?
I think
they're fucking sick, dude. You're sick in your head. There's differences. Yes, okay, maybe he shouldn't be talking about it. Maybe he shouldn't be talking about it the way he is, but maybe for him that's the only way he knows how because he's been famous for so long.
Okay, like Dr. June Brown said, people who actually suffer with this illness are not out here flaunting it around like it's nothing. They're looking for help. And
that's not every person.
It doesn't look like...
I can personally tell you that's not every person. Okay, some people really do want to wallow in it because they don't want to get better. They don't feel like they deserve to get better. They feel worthless. They would die. If they were given the chance to die without affecting anybody, they would do it. There are people like that.
Let's agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, I don't take the kid serious. I don't. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it because... if you're really suffering with these emotions and these thoughts, you're looking for some type of way to make it better. Not just bottling yourself and crying out for help. That's just my opinion. There is something that I wrote down that I do kind of want to touch on what you said. That with Tumblr, there's people that seek attention and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the articles I read, it has to. I'm sorry. One of the articles I read having to do with self-diagnosing yourself with mental health is the validation or seeking attention. Now, you have to understand, we've been wired since children to compete for attention. We've been wired since we were monkeys. Since before we could make out words, we've been seeking attention. It's in our DNA. There's nothing we could do about it. We've been trained like domesticated animals. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm saying, good boy, good girl, you get a reward. Bad boy, bad girl, You get a spanking. You get no attention. The attention is the reward, which is what I'm trying to say. You're getting this Let me be honest with you, and I'm sorry I have to bring it back to this cat, but his social media following went through the roof the moment this guy started claiming.
Okay, but
Okay, I'm not. Okay, look. Hold on. I'm saying he wants attention. He wants to be accepted. He sees his idol Kanye, talking about mental health and putting it in the forefront, and wanting to have conversations about it. And then out of the fucking blue, you've never mentioned having mental health issues, and out of the blue ocean. Hold on, I let you talk. And out of the blue, this whale comes out where he goes, "Oh my God, I'm suffering with depression too. I don't want to be here anymore." Look, human society is a hard place to live in.
There's different types of depression, and I'm not a fucking doctor. Like we said, we're not fucking doctors, but I do think that depression. Okay, depression is a chemical imbalance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this chemical imbalance was not always there, right? It was not always there. When you're a baby, you're not a depressed baby. You know what I mean? There are depressed children, whatever. But I'm saying, like, in this kid's case, who knows what chemicals reacted in his head to tip him over? Because that's what a chemical imbalance is. Is it not? Is it not though? Is that what a chemical?
I'm not a doctor. I'm not smart enough to answer that question. Okay. But I'm gonna, from what I've read, yeah, sure. Like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Well, you're talking like
human.
Nothing.
No, I'm not talking nothing. I'm talking how I feel. Sorry, I love you. Like I was telling you, our society, it's a hard enough place to live in. It's hard. Do we both agree there?
Yeah, which is why I think depression and other things can be situational. And
okay, I get you. By all means, I get you. Our society is ruled by fear. Mm-hmm. Do I think that maybe his ex-girlfriend's fans got to him and made him fear for his life a little? Yeah.
Maybe not fear for his life, fear for loneliness.
Okay, whatever.
So for heartbreak.
Okay. If we compare life mm-hmm. fear, mm-hmm. to hell, it's exactly the same. The hell that's written about and talked about in the Bible. Mm-hmm. It sounds exactly the same. This burning sensation, this burning whatever. I don't know word by word. The human mind is a very powerful and tricky thing. It could fool you to think a lot of things. It can fool you to think a certain ways. Maybe there's a horrible example, but stay on track with me for a little bit. Okay. Hitler. No, don't look at me all twisted. Okay. Hitler, horrible man. We could all agree that. Yeah. Horrible person. The man's mind was so powerful that it tricked him into believing Jews were inferior. And then it made him. Then it made him so. Yeah, he did.
Not really.
At a point, he has to for that amount of power that he had to believe something around that nature.
I mean, look at it though.
At the end of the day, I can't get. Hold on. Hold on. Stay on the road with me. At the end of the day, he had to believe something around that nature for those powerful words. Those words that were so powerful that were able to change an entire nation, change an entire narrative. And not just for argument's sake. Say Kanye's would have the same platform as Hitler, which I actually believe he does.
All celebrities do.
And he talks about, mental health. Mental health is the reason I'm this. Mental health is the reason I'm that. Mental health. I'm not saying Kanye doesn't have mental health issues. I'm not saying, well, actually I am, but I'm not saying Kanye doesn't have mental health issues. But all I'm saying is, Pete saw his idol go down this road, and he decided, hey, I'm gonna go down the road with him, and get some attention for myself. Because at the end of the day, whether he does have an issue or he doesn't, his following went through the roof. Well, and he's getting tweeted from, he's getting recognized from Jada Pinkett Smith, from all these celebrities that are like, oh my God, Pete.
But you don't think that like people are evil?
People don't give a fuck.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like situations can make a person feel a certain way. Like, okay, you gave this example to me today, right? You were like, Trump's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He doesn't like Mexicans. He doesn't like some Mexicans. He'd like me, right? And you were like, well, think about it. Like, his wife, Trump. You were like, his wife cheated on him with a Mexican man. It's probably why he doesn't like Mexicans, right?
Yeah, I said this.
Okay, so don't you think
I'm not talking about Ivanka either, the one before.
So don't you think that all this little influence, really does play a part? He had one situation, right? One situation that you, as you said, you believe is the reason why he's so fucked up to Mexicans, right?
I said okay. Hold up. I said it has something to do with it.
Okay, but it has a correlation. It correlates, right? So you don't think, okay, so that one little situation had a small correlation on a huge epidemic of America and Americans and Mexico.
Okay.
And immigrants. You really don't think that one little situation that happened all these years ago, that he would have never been in a situation, he would never thought about being in a situation of power, and he can finally use the situation of power and explode all his fucking hatred from this one situation. You really don't think the brain also works on this one situation, fucking up your entire psyche off of one situation? It can happen, dude.
You know what it is? We take everything so personal.
But no, not that part. I'm talking about just like you okay. You're a millionaire, right? Then overnight your stocks fucking fall and they go broke. And you're fucking broke. You're broke as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You have no fucking money. You have barely enough money to buy yourself some food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you were a millionaire, a billionaire just 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
You don't think you're going to be depressed?
Of course.
Off a situation, right?
Of course, yeah.
And your brain will eat itself. You will create this chemical imbalance that, yes, people are born with. I 100% agree. But I also think they're situational as well. And they are around your environment. If you know, you see Skid Row, I go to Skid Row and I feel fucking sad. Okay? It's not depression, but it is this chemical releases into my body from my brain that makes me sad. You don't think living there every day for a year, you would create this chemical imbalance in your body?
Of course, yeah.
I'm just saying,
okay.
depression, all this stuff.
No, I never said it's a joke. Not
a joke, but
I never said it.
I
never. Oh, okay, sure. Look, agree to disagree. Like I said, in my personal thoughts, we take everything so personally. We allow everyone's poison to infect us. We have a choice. These are our choices. We believe the poison that is fed to us, or we choose to not take it personally. Psychotic behavior, Gina, it happens when our mind is so damaged. There is a fear of injustice deeply engraved into our mentality. That's why it happens. I'm not saying Pete wasn't depressed or he isn't depressed. I'm not saying he's not depressed. All I'm saying is he saw the boat and he got on it. When he could have done a bunch of other things. Instead of what are you writing? You want me to not talk shit about this guy? I'm sorry.
I just think you're just talking the whole video about him, and it's just.
I'm not talking the whole video about him. He's an example. We've
been on this for like 30 minutes.
He's my example. He's the example I'm using of people. Okay, fuck it.
A real person.
Okay, fuck it then.
Really
fuck it. Let's make up a name then. Julian. Let's fucking make up Julian Davidson. Let's make up this name, Julian Davidson. This guy, Julian Davidson.
Strangle him.
You want to strangle me?
Yeah.
Let's just make up a name. Julian. Julian's been, he's been going through some shit, feeling sad, whatever. Then he sees one of his idols. His idol says, "Oh my God, well, it's because I'm suffering with schizophrenia or a mental disorder."
Schizophrenia is fucking no joke.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I said that. Was just the first word that came to my head. I'm just a stupid monkey. I'm sorry, guys. And again, if you get offended by anything I say, I just want to remind you, I'm a dumb monkey.
And he's insensitive. So.
And at the end of the day, I'm Mexican, so they don't like me anyway.
So is your. But I think you said Trump would like you if he met.
Trump would love me. Donald Trump. If I had a conversation with Donald Trump, I bet you I could change his mind on a lot of shit, and I would have him drinking tequila out of titties and doing cocaine with El Chapo. I guarantee you, if me and Trump
like him.
If me and Trump would have a
Let's
conversation,
have a fucking go ahead. You know,
I don't believe any of that bullshit. First of all, let's get
they're
that out
not
the way.
friends.
I believe they're all friends.
They're not friends.
I believe Obama is having bisexual parties with a lizard Hillary Clinton, while El Chapo and Trump are doing cocaine. That's what I believe.
Weird.
Look,
I married him before I knew all his weird theories. Guys.
But like,
now it's too late. I can't leave.
But okay, back to my topic. Look, all I'm saying is sometimes people are using this real illness. People are using the topic of mental health and this real life thing as an scapegoat, has a boat into attention, into, oh my God, feel bad for me, feel sorry for me, go easy on me, don't go too hard on me. You don't think that that Julian's girlfriend's friends got to him with all the shit they were talking? You think they got to him, and they probably did cause Julian to have a fucking mental breakdown.
Okay, but then
and he saw the raft of, oh my God, I'm gonna use mental health so everybody leaves me alone.
But then think about his ex, right? People think of
Julian's ex?
Yes. Think about let's just fucking say this because then it doesn't make sense. Think about fucking Ariana Grande.
You don't want to say that.
Okay, well, because you kept talking about my fucking video.
Because he's the example I have.
But you don't think Ariana Grande wanted to fucking die when everyone told her that she was the reason Mac Miller died?
I actually think she's very strong for not even going down that path.
Okay, so I'm saying, like, people react differently. Maybe that dude is mentally weak in the head. Okay, but that doesn't change his feelings. You don't have the right to say, you can't be depressed, you can't want to kill yourself, you can't want to do this. Why not? You have the right. Say that. But you have the right to say it however you want to fucking say it. And does it make it okay and healthy? No. But there's a real reason why, right? And if he's really saying this, I really hope that people who cared about him put him on suicide watch, because that's what you're supposed to fucking do if you threaten yourself that you're going to take your life. You go on suicide watch and you go inside a facility where they can try to better you and help you. It's not something, I agree, it's not something to be easily played with. But I also think that who are we to fucking judge them? Who the fuck are we? Who the fuck are we to judge people? We're nobody. Like you said, we're stupid monkeys, right? We're nobody to be judging anybody off of how they say that they're gonna do something. I had a professor in college, and he literally told us like 4 different ways to like kill yourself.
Okay.
And he got in trouble, right? Okay. And some girl was like, I had a friend who killed themselves, and I don't think it's funny. And he was left alone. Nobody bugged him. All he could do was he just wasn't allowed to say that anymore. Mm-hmm. But this is an actual, like, it's a good university, whatever. And this is being talked about all the time. All the time. It's not weird. It's not a big thing almost anymore to even say, oh, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. It's not a big thing anymore. Okay. And that's where I think it is, that is an issue.
Okay. Now, hold on. Now, I'm just going to backtrack a little to what you said. You said, who are we to judge him, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he's in a public view. Like me and you are right now. Whether we get 1,000 views, 100 views, or 2 views, whoever views this is allowed to judge us. Mm-hmm. We can choose to close our eyes and ignore it and not hear what they say, take the criticism kindly, fucking get mad and say, fuck you, you don't know anything. When he put his shit out there, it was open for judgment. I'm judging because it's just very peculiar that you have gone on record on how much you idolize Ye and how much you love Kanye, and then 3, 4, 5 tweets after Kanye went on his publicity rant. That's what it is, a publicity rant. So please don't be fooled by your idols. After he went on this publicity rant, this guy's like, oh, here's a raft I could take. That's all I'm saying. Here, look, I've talked too much shit and I'm probably got myself in enough trouble and enough people hate me as it is. So I'm going to give you my final thoughts, and I actually even wrote them down. Look.
But don't read them.
Why not? I worked hard. I'm going to read them.
I worked hard.
Mental health is a real problem. Mm-hmm. Real people struggle with it every day. It's not some scapegoat or some self-diagnosed problem we give ourselves. It's not like having a broken arm where you can say, look, here's the problem, here it is, let me show it to you. Unfortunately, with Google doctors and the internet and celebrities like Kanye or anyone else threatening with suicide or mental issues, it makes it seem like it's no longer that big of a deal. It now makes it like, oh, there it is, another person suffering with this shit. And now it's beginning to almost seem like an excuse to be a cunt or a crybaby at this point. Instead of being like, hey, I actually suffer with this, let me put some light on it so people who don't have the same platform that I do don't have to go through these things.
Yeah, I mean,
more leaders, less followers.
I agree. I just think also that, like...
You agree, but you almost killed me halfway through this shit.
Well, because of your examples, whatever. But look, at the end of the day, there's people who really do suffer from all types of mental health, whether it be depression, anxiety, body dysmorphia, schizophrenia. Fuck, man.
I'm gonna end up with anxiety after this video. Fuck. She literally kicked me 3 times under this table.
No, I didn't. Okay. Well, I almost strangled him in front of everybody. But look, the whole thing is, look, if you are suffering from something like this, you really, please reach out to someone and
don't self-diagnose yourself.
And make sure it's someone you trust, because there are people.
Don't just read a bunch of shit on the internet and be like, this is what I have. Talk to somebody and somebody
you trust, because there are people who are just fucking evil.
Or just talk to someone.
And they just want to, just put you down or tell you that's not real. It's in your head. Get over it. Mm-hmm. And it's not that easy. It's so hard. And we understand that it's an everyday battle to get up and to do something, or to look in the mirror and love yourself, or to relax yourself, to be able to calm down. It is a real thing. It's so real. And I can't even sympathize with you how much I want to, because I don't have it. Mm-hmm. And there's people out there every day who are struggling just to get by, just to live normally, the way someone who's self-diagnosing themselves online because they freaked out in a concert and they're like, oh my God, I have anxiety now, I can't be around people. Like, no, you're around a bunch of crazy drunks and people who are on drugs and whatever, and it was sweaty and hot, and you got claustrophobic in this little space and whatever. Meanwhile, there's people who can't even leave their house. Yeah, or like they'll want to go to a show and they can't go, or like they'll go and they'll stand all the way in the back and they wish that they could be in the middle. There's people who really, really do have these diseases, and not disease, but like these issues. No, just disease sounds like. I know it sounds like bad, but like these issues. It is bad. I'm not saying it's good. What we're saying, I guess, to kind of wrap it up. If you feel like you have something like anxiety, depression, whatever, try working out first. Try working out. Try smoking a joint. Try meditation. If you're gonna self-diagnose yourself. Also, self-diagnose your fucking ways you can make yourself better. The key is don't self-diagnose. If you really feel like you have an issue, talk to someone. Go see your doctor. You can go to any doctor, whether it be a mental health doctor. It could be a school counselor. It could be your regular doctor, okay? Where you have privilege, where no one's going to say anything, right? Where they won't tell your parents, where they won't tell anybody. If you're younger, whatever, no one's going to tell you. No one's going to tell anybody. Mm-hmm. You have this trust between your doctor, and they will refer you to somewhere where maybe your insurance pays for someone. Okay? There's so many things you can do. Don't just self-diagnose yourself and live with it and be sad or, confused all the time. Just try to get yourself some help. And if you are just someone who wants to use this mental health thing, because right now it's very hot. Mental health is a huge hot topic. It's being talked about everywhere. If you're using that to just fucking get up the social ladder and get some likes, you're a fucking asshole. You're a dick. You're a cunt. Fucking dick. Because there's people who, people who really suffer from it. And that's Q. Don't hate me too much. I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Wrap this up, dude and dime. Let's talk about it. Bye.